Oh, hey guys. I'm just anti-coronavirusing. This is actually the next day. Don't mind my glasses here. Next day after the last video. I'm out here getting a little bit done. Let's get some of the stuff down. So I mostly finished the feed line in the last video. I just did finish it. I took out the old rubber line. I'll show you guys where I routed everything. If we look up in here, we can see where I routed the feed line. I don't actually like that location. I'm going to move it over here, closer down by the distributor, I think, so it can cross that return line. So yeah, you see the return line there. That is actually all I've done with the return line so far. I just dropped it down in there, so that's what we're going to do next. We're going to get down in there. We're going to show you guys where the filler neck is. We're going to take that out, and then we're going to use that Moroso return line kit and get that return line put in there. I changed it up a little bit. I'm going to run the return line down the driver's side. There's a brake line that runs there, so I can use some similar locations for mounting. And yeah, just run it all the way back, and yeah, we'll get that done. And then I'd like to, I don't know how far we're going to get in this video again, but I would like to power up the fuel pump, get some fuel up to the throttle body, and make sure that we're getting the proper amount of pressure up here, and just make sure we don't have any leaks before we go any further. And then we can start working on the wiring. There's not a whole lot of wiring. I think there's like 3 things to plug into the harness, and then there's maybe you have a power at ground, the fuel pump power, and then you have I think like a yellow wire for signal off the coil, I think. So 4 wires that I got to take care of that may or may not make it in this video. Again, I want to get this video wrapped up, so actually let's just say now this is going to be part 2 of the fuel system. We'll get that done, and then in the next video we'll do all the electrical. So let's get started. Alright guys, so first things first, let's take a look. As we saw in the last video, that the pump in there and the feed line run all the way to the front. If we look back up under there, I ran it similar to the factory location. I just did a little loop there, and I ran back to the fuel tank. So I don't know, you can kind of see where it goes into the fuel tank there. From where I'm at, it's kind of hard to show you, so hopefully that suffices. Let's take a look at what we have going on up here. So up here, you can see where I have that fuel line coming down. That'll be the return line. We're going to run it very similar like we did over there. We're going to run it up over the trans cross member here, and we're just going to follow this brake line all the way down. All the way down. We'll do something similar up there by the top of the spring, and then we're going to go all the way back there and meet the filler neck. So let's start getting going on that. Alright guys, so it's kind of hard to show, but I did get the fuel line run in a very similar way. I did utilize that screw already there. Just ran it up out of the inner frame rail here. I got these little P-clamps are too large, so they are at an angle, so it just holds the line in place and doesn't allow it to get loose. Sorry, there's still a little space under here. There's another P-clamp up there, P-clamp up there, and then the last one there. I'm still working on. I gotta get over here, and I gotta take out my fuel filler neck, which has a little rubber on it. Probably not from doing burnouts or anything. So yeah, we're gonna pull that out. We'll put the new one in with the Moroso tap kit in there, and we'll see what it looks like. All right, guys. So fuel filler is out. You see, we took it out through there because I was an idiot the last time I did it and put the clamps on facing in a direction that I could not get to them. So we took it out. We have the Moroso piece in there. Everything is just loosely fitted right now because I'm just fitting it to make sure it will fit, and then we'll tighten it up. So I'll be back with you in a second. Alright guys, so you can see the fuel line running there. I'm not 100% happy with its location running under the fuel or the frame rail like that, but it's going to have to work. I did use a zip tie here, and then used another there just to hold the overflow tube on, so that overflow actually just dumps down to the ground. Probably not supported by today's regulations, but oh well. The Moroso I got in there, and then I just have the return line coming up and around. The return line is pressurized, so it'll be okay going up like that. As far as that 45 up there, it worked out pretty good. I think 45 is maybe a little bit too much, but it works. So we're going to power this up and see if we have any fuel line leaks, and see if we can get fuel all the way up to the throttle body. Alright guys, so I got everything done here. I have the fuel pump plugged in. I don't know if you can hear it. You can definitely hear it underneath. If you go take a look. So it does have some noise to it. I don't see that we have any leaks, but if I go back up here, I take a look at our inline fuel pressure gauge. Last I did this, it was only about 6 psi. And maybe a little more than that, but not enough pressure. I don't know if that's due to, I don't know what it should be due to. It shouldn't be due to low fuel. There's at least a quarter of a tank. I don't know. So we're going to take a look at this further. I'm going to let this run for a few more minutes. I will check to see how much gas is in the tank. I think it's enough. The only other thing I can think of is that the front end of the car is sitting up a little bit higher than the rear end. So maybe that gas is kind of sloshed its way to the back of the tank, whereas this is going to be a gravity feed deal with the fuel pump just because of this inline, so it's going to try and push more than it pulls, like I said in my last video. But that shouldn't be an issue if the fuel pump's lower than the tank at all times. So we'll take a look at that. It is definitely sitting backwards quite a bit, so that might be our cause. Until we get the car off of the jack stands up here, maybe not a whole lot we can do. Maybe we can jack up the rear end a little bit and see what it does. But I'm going to close this video out right here. We'll take one last peek at this. Just low on pressure. But yeah, the fuel system is done. That's pretty exciting for me because I just wasn't looking forward to laying under the car like that. Just because I don't have a whole lot of room under there. But yeah, I think it went well. We'll get this figured out one way or the other, and we will have a video up here soon with the rest of the electrical, working here. All right, the fuel pump's off, and I turned off the light on the camera so I'm not getting blinded anymore. But like I was saying, we will get the rest of the wiring in there. We do have to put the O2 in there, so we have to lay on the ground a little bit more. That should be an issue. They give you a nice little kit to just kind of clamp it on the exhaust. So we'll get the O2 in there. We'll do that in the next video, and we'll get started on the wiring as well. Wiring's pretty boring, so I might start doing that before I actually start the video. But we'll clue you in on it either way. So that's kind of that, guys. I will have another video coming up here soon. It's kind of too close back-to-back videos, but we're making progress. So updates coming soon. I appreciate you guys watching. Again, if you like this kind of stuff that we have going on here, and more stuff coming with the Trans Am here, just some suspension stuff, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe. Let me know what you think below, and let's talk. I like talking to you guys. So have a good one. Thanks for watching.